Celtic are back in action this Saturday as they take on Motherwell in the Scottish Premiership as we look to continue our unbeaten start to the league campaign. In today's video we'll discuss the news Fabrizio Romano has provided, whilst also going over all the latest Celtic news from the last 24 hours. But first, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Marco Tilio is the only one of the Celtic summer signing fans have yet to see in action. The Australian internationalist has been struggling with injuries since moving to Glasgow, and his manager Brennan Rogers believes he is still adapting to the new intensity of his new club. The 22-year-old got a run out with the B team last weekend, and is building up his fitness ahead of a potential first team debut. Rogers doesn't see what the rush to get him involved is though. He said, "Tilio has been out a long time, he's come back into training and he's finding the intensity a lot different to what he's used to. So there's an adaptation period. But, for me, there seems to be a rush to play these players when I don't see what the rush is." In the wide areas, the double-treble winning boss has players such as Maida, Luis Palma, Yang and even James Forrest available. Easing Tilio in over time seems like a sensible idea, but when he is fit, he can add a different dynamic to the Hoops' attack. Timing is key, however, and the player has undergone a sizable lifestyle alteration since moving to the club, according to Rogers. He said, "So Marco's just adapting to the new intensity of everything. It's a massive move for him, so for him it's just about timing and obviously showing it on the training field." Tilio has been around for a number of months now, and his debut will undoubtedly excite fans. When he returns from injury, it will seem as though he has just signed, although that is not the case, and he is currently putting in a wealth of work behind the scenes to get up to speed. Michael Frame, the Celtic B left-back, has signed a new long-term contract at the football club, according to Fabrizio Romano. The 17-year-old was reported to be a target for both Brighton and Newcastle United. Frame isn't the only person to have signed a new deal. It has been confirmed by the club that Hatate has also signed the new deal. The club posted on the website, "Celtic Football Club are delighted to announce that Hatate has signed the new 5-year deal, which will see him remain at the club until 2028. The 25-year-old midfielder has become a fan's favourite since joining from the J-League side, Kawasaki Frontale, back at the start of 2022, and he becomes the latest player in Brennan Rogers' squad to commit his future to Celtic." Hatate, who has now been capped 3 times by the Japanese national side, has made 71 appearances for the Hoops, scoring 14 goals, the most recent coming from the penalty spot last weekend, in the 3-0 win over Livingston. He made his debut in a 2-0 win over Hibernian at Celtic Park back in January 2022, and scored his first goal for the club in his next game, a 2-1 win over Hearts at Tynecastle. And his 4th appearance for the Hoops, he showed his quality with 2 goals and a 3-0 Glasgow derby victory at Paradise. He has won 4 trophies so far for Celtic, including last season's historic treble, and is aiming to bring further success to the club in years ahead. Speaking exclusively to the Celtic website, Hatate said, "I am delighted to agree this new contract with Celtic and commit my future to the club. I love playing for Celtic in front of the best fans around, and I hope we can have more success together. We have a lot of challenges ahead of us this season and beyond, both in Scotland and the Champions League, and we are ready as a team to tackle these together. We will give everything we have to bring our fans more good times. I have had the best welcome ever since I joined the club, and I want to thank all our fans for the great support they continue to give us all." Celtic manager Brennan Rogers said, "I am delighted that Reo has signed a new contract. It is great news for both Reo himself and for the team and the club. I've had some great discussions with him in recent weeks. I know he loves the club and our supporters, and how ambitious he is to bring more success to the club. Reo has already shown us what a talent he is, making a great contribution to the team since he has joined Celtic. He is a huge talent and an exciting young player with great attributes and someone who can change a game. I know he is the type of man and player, though, who doesn't want to rest. He is hungry to improve every day and achieve more and more to be the best he can be, and Celtic is a great place for him to do this. We go forward now together with real confidence, and I really look forward to continuing our work with him and the rest of the squad as we face our challenges ahead." Celtic are aiming to make it 4 league wins on the bounce on Saturday when they travel to face Motherwell on matchday 7 of the Scottish Premiership. 3 points are necessary for the Hoops, and going into the game, manager Brennan Rogers has sent a clear message to those in the team who don't meet his standards. The Irishman spoke to the media on Thursday and has laid out his high standards he has for his team, along with what those who don't live up to the expectations can do. He said, what I demand is that players play the style we want, that they show willingness to learn and they're mentally going to be able to challenge themselves to be better. Those players that can deal with that will thrive in the environment. Those who find it hard or don't have the bravery will leave, and it's as simple as that. This is a rather blunt yet fair statement from Rogers. He demands a high standard from all his men, which is needed at a club like Celtic. It seems that he can be strict at certain points, but it is expectations like these that ensure trophies are won. Players will only improve under the 50-year-old stewardship, and so far we have seen how his management style has benefited a fair few men. Matt O'Reilly has taken his game to another level this season, meanwhile Liam Scales' transformation has been nothing short of terrific. Those boys look like they have the bravery to play for the double treble winning boss, and they are not the only two players who have continually improved between now and the season's end. One of a number of former Celtic players currently plying their trade in the States, Danish centre-half Erik Sviatchenko, helped prevent Leo Messi and David Beckham's Inter Miami from winning out only their second major trophy in their history. Sviatchenko starred for Houston Dynamo in the US Open Cup final, a competition contested by teams from several professional leagues sanctioned by the United States Soccer Federation. His side won out 2-1 winners in Florida, as a former Celtic Invincible treble winner denied world superstar Messi his second major honour in the USA. The 2022 World Cup winner missed out on this one through injury, but was in attendance, along with owner Beckham, and ready to celebrate had his side tasted victory. Things didn't go to plan for the team that is owned and backed significantly by the former Manchester United superstar though. For Sviatchenko's club, it was only the third time they'd won a major honour. The 31-year-old secured his place in the history of Houston with his contributions to the memorable victory. He joined the club from Michelin in March, and throughout his career thus far, it was the 12th major honour he won. Notably, half of those came in his 2-year spell he had in Glasgow. Brennan Rogers has revealed that he started James Forrest against Livingston last weekend because of the AstroTurf pitch at the Tony Macaroni Arena. Despite getting the nod, Forrest had to come off early doors due to Joe Hart's red card. It was the first start of the season for the veteran attacker, and he would have been disappointed at how things planned out. He did get the nod in the first place though, thanks to his familiarity with the surface at Livy. Rogers revealed that there were players he had in his past who weren't comfortable with the Astro Park. He said, "For some players, when I was here before, they were spooked by the Astro. They've gone out for some reason, they've realised it was Astro, and they couldn't play. Then I'm having to change my team 45 minutes before the game, so I don't need to do that. The team I picked was guys who knew the environment." This seems a sensible decision for the Irishman, who still has a lot of faith in Forrest. He said, "It was a shame he had to come off so early, but Jamesy knows what I think of him. Like I said, I know whenever I put him in, I can trust him in certain situations." Over the course of the season, there will be more chances for the 32-year-old. He knows he won't get as many opportunities as others, but he is more than capable of taking the ones he does get, as we saw at some points last year. Celtic fans, what do you make of Hatate signing a new deal? Let me know down in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. Make sure you drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Remember, we have released our brand new Celtic t-shirts. We have our Brennan Rogers Pope t-shirt and our Celtic Ultra t-shirts too. You can find them at celticpower.com or just go down to the link in the description. Thank you, take care, bye bye.